Okay, so question number 5 is, proteins are long chains of different amino acids joined together. Design an experiment to discover which amino acids make up a particular protein. You are provided with a concentrated solution of protein that has been split into its individual amino acids.
Miss, your voice is very glitchy.
Mhm.
It's fine for me.
Teacher, it's glitching for me.
Hmm? Your voice is also glitching for me.
Spice's internet like this.
You are also provided with chromatography apparatus. All amino acids are colorless compounds that are soluble in water. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to design an experiment to discover which amino acid make up a particular protein. Means inside a protein, the sample of protein which is given to you, which amino acids are present in it. Okay, so you just have to write the steps of chromatography. Okay, this question is of 6 marks. So you will write the steps of chromatography, and the information which you need is given to you. Okay, first of all, the mixture or the solution with which you have to start your chromatography is protein. Okay, so the protein is also given to you, concentrated solution of protein is given, and it's also given that it's a mixture of different amino acids.
Teacher,
Okay,
your voice is
and
glitchy and low.
it's low.
Miss, I can hear it perfectly though. Teacher, my
Yeah.
volume on full 100, it's giving me like a proper sound, except like it's low if it's not on 100.
Should I join again?
Try, Miss,
Sure.
because it's very glitchy for me.
Yeah, it's really glitching.
Same.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are provided with chromatography apparatus. All amino acids are colorless. This information is also given to you. It is colorless and they are soluble in water. Means the solvent which you take is water. So first, you have to write, you don't have to draw the diagram, just write the steps very briefly. Okay, that first, you will take chromatography paper. Okay, after leaving few inches, draw a line with pencil. Okay, draw a baseline with pencil. Put a spot of protein on baseline. Okay, all these things which I'm saying, you have to write it, note it down. Okay, you have to write it very briefly.
Teacher,
Hmm?
your voice is still glitching.
Okay, let me just use my laptop. Wait.
Teacher, it's fine for me.
It's fine for me. Wait, Miss, the first step is, what is the first step?
Chromatography paper, mark the baseline with pencil.
Original line?
Yeah, original line or baseline. Mark a, draw a baseline with pencil. Put a spot of protein. Okay. Set this chromatography in a chromatographic chamber or in a tank. Fill it with the solvent, and solvent, what is the solvent here?
Wait, I'll tell you. It's on a sticky note.
It's
It was
given
a
in the question.
water.
Water.
Water. Yeah, because they are soluble in water, so water is given. Okay, so solvent will be water. And set this paper in the tank. Water will evaporate. Water will be absorbed by the filter paper. Mark the solvent front till where the water traveled. Okay, mark the solvent front. Okay, again, I'm saying that you don't have to draw the diagram, but if you draw the diagram, it's your choice. Okay, otherwise, it's not written that you have to draw the diagram. Okay, write the steps. Okay, so mark the solvent front. Till now, you cannot see any of the spots because it is written that they are colorless. Okay, it is mentioned in the question that these amino acids are colorless compounds. So till now, you cannot see anything. So the next step will be to take out the chromatography paper, let it dry, and spray a locating agent on it. We will use locating agent, okay, which is ninhydrin. I told you that for amino acids, it is ninhydrin, which we use. Okay, spray a locating agent. So the spots will start becoming visible. And when they become visible, you can actually, sorry?
Second step.
Yeah, better you can write these steps by yourself, like in your own words. Okay? It's not compulsory that the second step should be this and first step should be this. You can write it like as you like.
Miss, like first step you said to set up the filter paper, draw the original line and put a spot of protein. Can we divide that into 3 parts?
Yeah, you can. It's your choice. Okay? The question is of 6 marks, so better to write 6 points. So just like divide all the steps of chromatography into 6 points. Okay? Then after spraying the locating agent, colors will start becoming visible, or the protein amino acids will start becoming visible. And your last point will be that calculate RF value. Calculate RF value for each amino acid. Okay, for each amino acid by the formula or by using the formula. Okay, then write the formula of RF value. Okay, distance traveled by the component divided by distance traveled by the solvent front. Okay, the values are not given to you, so you don't have to calculate it actually. Okay, but write it as last point that calculate the RF value by this formula.
Miss, so the calculate RF values after the spraying the ninhydrin?
Yes, after spraying the ninhydrin, then they will become visible and then you can measure the distance and calculate. Okay, so this RF value should be your last point. Sorry?
Miss, can you repeat why did we in third point spray locating agent?
No, it's not actually third point, it's second last point. Okay, it is second last point.
So, Miss, can you
Locating
repeat
agent is to make the,
what is
yeah,
this?
to make the spots visible.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
to make the spots visible, because these spots will be invisible as written in the question. Amino acids are colorless.
Teacher, you know the circles you made for the amino acids, right? Once they're shown
To
colored.
make them colored. Better rejoin. Your
Miss,
voice
can I
is
ask a question?
hmm?
You know the for the colored ammonia, right? Can we find the RF value of them?
Yeah, RF value of each amino acid, yes.
So this colored dots, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
So, what is
Yes.
the point after spray the locating agent?
After spraying the locating agents, they become colored. The last point will be that calculate the RF value for each amino acid.
Okay, Miss.
Miss, what color do they appear after ninhydrin is sprayed on them?
Hmm. I'm not sure. Different amino acids will show different colors, but they will show most of the amino acids. They show yellow color, like yellow, brown, orange. Okay, these shades.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, then I want to do worksheet discussion with you. Okay, the answers are already written on the worksheet. This is the answer sheet actually. So I'll show you the answer sheet and I'll discuss with you also.
Miss, have you uploaded the worksheet?
I'm sharing it.
Okay.
Not open. Wait. Let me open. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. That's why I always say to write something. Move your hand. Keep on moving your hand. The first few questions, the MCQs are really easy, and the labeling questions also. It's opening.
Yes, tomorrow I'm coming to school, so should I give you the worksheet or should, as it's just as we are checking it, should I just keep it at home?
You can give me tomorrow if it's already solved.
Okay, yeah, it's solved.
Okay, let's start. Okay, this is the apparatus. Diagram shows how to obtain pure water from sea water. So where do molecules lose energy? The condenser. Okay, because in the condenser, the vapors will lose their energy and come close. Okay, they turn into liquid. Some chemical compounds are purified by recrystallization. What can be used to check the purity?
Melting point.
Yes, melting point. Okay, please confirm your answers. In an experiment, a student needs to measure 36.50 cubic centimeter of a solution. Which piece of apparatus would measure this volume most accurately?
B, burette.
Yes, this one is burette because in the questions also, when we were discussing the question, then also I told you that measuring cylinder is not too much accurate. Okay, so for the points value of volume, we will use burette. We can use pipette also, but it's small. Okay, pipette is a small apparatus. So it has markings up till 10, from 0 to 10. Okay, so to measure 36.5, we need burette because burette has markings till 100 cubic centimeter, from 0 to 100. Okay, it's a long one, long apparatus. Okay, a coin is made up of
Mixture of metal.
yes, because it's an alloy. Simple. Okay. Now this question, J, K, and L, they are mixtures. Okay, as you can see that they are different spots. In J, there are 7
1 second,
pigments.
miss.
In K,
Can you show me the MCQ question 4? MCQ 4.
it's
Okay,
C.
yeah. Got it.
Okay, K is also a mixture of 5 different pigments, and L is also a mixture. But X, Y, and Z, they are pure compounds because they are showing only one pigment. Okay, so they are pure compounds. Suggest why the baseline was drawn in pencil.
I wrote
teacher
that because if we would use the pen, the image would
Not
smudge.
here. Yeah, will not get smear, will not get smudged. or it will not disturb the chromatography or the experiment. Which type mixture? Which type? Okay, beta, can you please put this chair close? Which type mixture, J, K, or L, contains a dye which did not move during this chromatography?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really simple, and you can see it also. The K, it has a dot which is not moving on with. That's it. That's it.
But teacher,
Okay.
is it K like the dye mixture, or is it
Yeah.
like separate color?
Yeah, it's a separate color. It's a color.
Okay.
Okay, so when water gets absorbed, when it goes up, then it left few marks and it left one mark over on the baseline. Means it did not move at all. So maybe it contains one dye which is insoluble in water. That's why it did not move. Okay, which dye, JK or L, contains both X and Y?
J.
Yeah, J. Okay, you can use scale to see. Which dye mixture does not contain dye Z?
J.
Yeah, I marked it in orange. Okay, you can see that Z, L contains Z and K also contains Z, but J does not contain Z. There is no dot, Z dot in J. Okay, so K, J, J. Now this one, label the apparatus. This round bottom flask, this is a round bottom flask, but when round bottom flask is used in distillation, then its name changes into distillation flask. Okay, so write distillation flask. Then this is condenser, and the third one is distillate, pure water. Okay, it is not pointing towards the apparatus, it is pointing towards the liquid which we get in the end. So that liquid is known as distillate, which we get at the end of distillation. Okay, then complete the diagram. Okay, describe how the separator separates pure water from dissolved ionic salts, ionic solids. Okay, so ionic solids are salts. Now, how we separate them? This is simple distillation. Okay, because we have mineral water, it means that salts are dissolved in water, liquid. Okay, so we have a salt liquid solution. And in salt liquid solution, if we want pure liquid or pure water, then we do simple distillation. Okay, so write the steps of simple distillation. I wrote it. I wrote the steps, you can see.
Basically, Miss, we write that heat is applied, it goes into the gaseous phase, go to the condenser, it condenses and then comes out as pure distillate.
Yeah, pure distillate or pure liquid, yeah. Okay, the impure mineral water in a distillation flask, heat it or evaporate the water at 100 degrees Celsius. Water vapors will go into the condenser. Inside the condenser, vapors will turn into liquid and we can get pure water in receiving flask. Okay, so it's of 2 marks, so you just have to write it in 2 points, just summarize these points. Summarize the steps. Okay. I will share this answer key also with you in content library. Okay. Water purity in everyday life. Describe one other area of everyday life where purity of substances is important. In oil refineries, okay, because we need pure oil, cooking oil, lubricating oil, we need petrol, kerosene, okay, pure oils in everyday life, and for the purification of metal. Medicine industry, good. In medicinal industry also purity is important, and for the metals also I wrote that for wiring, for aluminium foil, for the canned foods, tins, we also use them in everyday life, so their purification is also important. Okay, I wrote 2, you can write anyone. Okay, and for the next one you have different techniques written, okay, and choose these techniques how to separate these things from their mixture or solution. For the first and third ones, girls, for number 1 and number 3, see, we have the same thing given, aqueous copper sulfate and aqueous copper sulfate. Okay, aqueous means solution, so we have a salt solution. Okay, like I wrote it here on the side that we have solid liquid solution. Okay, and it depends, the technique depends upon that which substance is required. What do we want to separate? Okay, in a solid liquid solution, if we want liquid, then we do simple distillation. Okay, liquid will come out as a distillate. And if we want solid, then we will do crystallization. So water will evaporate and crystals will form of salt. Are you getting it?
Yes.
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 Okay, so in aqueous copper sulfate, if we want water from aqueous copper sulfate, then simple distillation. If we want copper sulfate from aqueous copper sulfate, then crystallization. Helium from a mixture of helium and argon, diffusion. Which one? No, these are gases. Fractional distillation is for liquids. Okay, like number 4, ethanol from aqueous ethanol. Now this is fractional distillation, okay, because aqueous means water, ethanol we have. Okay, number 5 is barium sulfate from a mixture of water and barium sulfate. Okay,
Miss, I don't get number
it's a
5.
mixture.
Mixture.
It's a mixture. So mixture means that barium sulfate is insoluble in water. Okay, it settles down at the bottom. So if it is insoluble, so obviously we can separate it by filtration. Okay, so for these type of questions, the hint is present in the question. Okay, you just have to pick it and find that hint. So it's a mixture, insoluble. Now next one, lavendulol. Okay, is found in lavender plant. This is the formula. State the names of the 2 products formed when lavendulol is burned in excess oxygen. Okay, lavendulol, it's a hydrocarbon. Okay, you can see there is carbon and hydrogen in it. Okay, it's a hydrocarbon. And whenever hydrocarbon is burned in oxygen, it will give. Yes. Okay, grade 7. I wrote grade 7 also. This is known as combustion. Then when it is burned in the presence of oxygen, you studied it, that it gives carbon dioxide and water. It's complete combustion. Okay, but this question is not included, not related. So I put cross also. Okay, next. Again, the apparatus, and we have lavendulol and water. Okay, they'll be separated by fractional distillation. State the name of the apparatus. Condenser.
Condenser.
What is the temperature of water at point X? 100 degrees Celsius, because the water will evaporate. Okay, water is evaporating, so at 100 degrees Celsius it will evaporate.
But Miss, how's it 100? I mean, like, I get it's the boiling point, but the water hasn't escaped to the gaseous state yet.
Why?
In the
Water is
round,
evaporating.
in
No,
the round,
first.
like in the round bottom flask, they didn't give any like bubbles or etc. to show that it's evaporating.
No, they did not show it, but it's written that lavendulol is carried off in small droplets with the steam, So it means that water is turning into steam.
Okay, got it.
Then, what information in the diagram shows that lavendulol is less dense than water? Very simple.
In the distillate, the lavendel and water do not mix into each other. They're like they're
No.
like separate.
Yeah, they are separate, but the correct answer will be that because lavendulol is forming layer at the top of the water. Okay, layer at the top of the water, or it's floating on the water. So this indicates that lavendulol is less dense. Okay, they are not mixing with each other. It just says that they are insoluble in each other. Okay, but which information is telling us that it is less dense? That is that it's floating. It's forming layer at the top. Okay, then we have chromatography paper. Put an X on this diagram to show where the mixture of pigments was placed. Yeah. Okay, below the spot on the baseline. On the baseline, below the spot, don't draw the cross here or here. Okay, or baseline, anywhere on the baseline, because in chromatography, the spots will always get separated in lines. Okay, in straight lines. So it should be exactly below the spots. Okay, and how many different pigments have been separated?
4.
Okay, good. What about the other girls? The online girls, are you getting her, Rita? Any problem in any question?
Yes.
So,
No. Miss, can you go to the B part, please?
Hmm?
Can you go to the B part?
To the B. Yeah, this one?
Yes, Miss, I just wanted to check. Thank you, Miss.
Okay. Yes. Draw a diagram to show how the chromatography apparatus was set up on your diagram label. Okay, so that's how we will set it up. Okay, means we have to draw a simple diagram of chromatography apparatus, and on your diagram just label these two things: solvent and original line. Okay, I
Miss,
just
on
made
the original line, should we write a point? Should we make a point or no?
Huh? No need to draw the point because it's not mentioned. Okay, in this type of question, you know that they have mentioned only solvent and original line. So it means the main purpose of this question is to see that whether you are drawing the solvent level above the original line or below the original line, because this thing is really important. Original line should be above the solvent level. Okay, so this thing is important. 1 mark is for this. Okay, solvent level, and then above the solvent level, original line. So that's how you will put the chromatography paper in the tank. Okay, and I label some extra things also. So it's your choice if you want to label them. You will not
But
get
they
extra
only
marks for
asked
these
us for
labels.
the solvent and the original line, right?
Yes, original line and the solvent. Then during chromatography, the solvent evaporates and then diffuses through the chromatography jar. What do you understand by the term diffusion?
It
Yeah,
is the
movement.
net movement of particles from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration.
Yeah, from the area
It
of
would
high
be a
concentration to the area of low concentration. Okay, then we have question number 6. Label the apparatus. Again, this is fractional distillation. Okay, the part where there are glass beads, that part is known as fractionating column. Okay, then we have condenser, and this flask is known as receiving flask, or you can write receiving beaker also. Okay, but because here they are using beaker, not a flask.
That's why do we have to write receiving? I just wrote beaker.
No, write receiving also because it's fractional distillation. Na? It's better to write receiving. Glass beads are to increase the surface area. Okay, to increase the surface area of the particles for even and fast heating. Okay, you can write this glass piece for even and fast heating. Okay, so if they ask you that why there are glass beads, so glass beads increase the surface area of particles. Surface area of particles. Okay, this question is not here, but if they ask for even and fast heating.
But weren't they used for like to keep for fractional distillation? Like when one substance goes there so that the other doesn't go.
Yeah, so they send it back.
So this
They
is the
block
same
the way,
thing.
na? No, this is the other reason. This is one reason to increase the surface area, and the second reason is that they block the way of other liquid particles. So they send them back because their boiling point hasn't been reached.
This apparatus is for the fractional distillation, right?
Yeah. And fractional distillation, this is only used in fractional distillation, okay, not in simple distillation. It is used in fractional distillation, and this piece of apparatus is known as fractionating column.
But teacher, aren't they pointing at the glass beads?
No,
Like,
fractionating column.
so
Apparatus.
how should we know, like, if they're pointing at the glass beads or the fractionating column?
You can write the glass bead also. If you are confused, that by in the source slash, you can write glass beads also.
Okay, got it.
Because sometimes, like in past papers, it's written like 2 or 3 answers that if any one is written, so it will be acceptable. Here, Bunsen burner, yeah. We'll draw the arrow here. Indicate by an arrow where heat is applied. So, yeah, below
At
the
bottom
tripod
of the
stand.
tripod stand.
Yeah. And name this separation process fractional distillation. No, fractional distillation. See, just for the name, you have 2 marks. Look at the distribution. Okay, so please now, no excuse. Okay, attempt the worksheet and submit, and the question answers too. Okay. Huh? Haven't checked it.
Miss, can you show? Miss, can you show
Yeah,
question?
hard copy project. Which question, Rita?
Can you open page 2, the part D? Can you just open page 2?
2,
The top part.
part.
Yeah, and on top part.
Okay. Okay, sir, you can go. Time is up.
Can
Yes,
you
girls,
go?
you can also leave. That question.
Up a little bit.
Better to attempt it. Better to attempt question number 5 because then you will forget. Okay, if I check. Okay, so attempt it. You can give me the day after tomorrow. It's fine.
Miss, can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah. This one, die. Okay. And girls, have you seen the test 2 date?
Yes, miss, I have.
Best of luck. And the questions will be like this question. Okay, easy questions. Chromatography one.
Okay, I got it.
Should be simple. Allah Hafiz.
Everything
Yeah,
just says
miss,
this
miss, have
test
a
is
nice
easy.
Ooh,
Have a nice day.
Hafiz.
Office, Miss.
Same to you. Allah Hafiz.
Have a nice day.